concerned, Mr. President, about the latest inflation number which came out this morning? Could that be a
No, I love it.
for
The numbers were great. You know what I really love? I love the inflation. You know why? Because as soon as this war is over, you know, I can say it now. Something you didn't know. Do you know we've been taking out millions of barrels of oil? Nobody knows it. You know who doesn't know about it? Iran, until right now.
I love the inflation is going to be played on repeat over and over. And there's going to be a lot of people sitting at home, even his advisor, even his supporters, who say, I'm hurting, and Trump seems to be making light of me hurting and me having to tell my family why I can't take them to dinner. That's how people are going to feel.
I didn't interpret it that way.
How'd you interpret? What do you think he meant?
People, what are you going to do? You can't govern by the way people feel. You have to do what's right for the country. And oil prices will drop significantly if Iran is forced to surrender or sign the deal that Trump wants. I don't think any economist would disagree with that. So
no, nobody would. But I just want to get back to this idea, Bill. I love the inflation. You and I both know that when you and I were working at Fox News, if Barack Obama had said something like that out of touch, he would have been filleted, rightly so. And I'm wondering if the president's out of touch, if he was making a joke. What do you think? You've covered it and known him for a long time.
I just think he speaks in, it's like the Tower of Babel. He speaks in a way that makes sense to him, but for other people it doesn't. So he likes inflation because he feels, and I'm pretty sure this is true, that after he achieves victory, that the high inflation numbers will come down more rapidly than they would if they didn't exist. Now, look, you can get into economics all day long. All I know is that the oil prices will come down upon the conclusion of this mess.
But in the meantime,
it's a mess.
Even if he's not going to have to govern this way, in the meantime, just like he needs to be forceful with the Iranians, does he need to let the American people know he understands their pain and that he's cognizant of it? It's something that he's taking into account. It's something that he wants to fix. And here, Mr. and Mrs. McGillicuddy, this is why it is worth it, because of the danger of the Iranian regime. And to finally end this threat to America and the world, this is the pain we must go through collectively. I get it.
Okay, I mean, I'm not opposed to doing that, but Donald Trump is not going to put on a face of defeat in any part of this, whether it be inflation, whether it be allies not helping out. He's not going to do the defeat thing. He's going to be defiant. He is a defiant president. And the people who voted for him know that. And that's what he's doing about inflation. He's defiant. It'll come down. So I like it because it's going to come down. Does it make sense? You know, not really.
Fair enough.
He sees his role. He sees his role as being a very strong leader who has a plan that's going to work. It's as simple as that. That's how he sees himself.
And if it doesn't work, he'll pivot, which he does often. Bill O'Reilly, thank you very much.
No, if it doesn't work,
as always.
Okay, hold on just 1 second. If it doesn't work, then the Republicans lose both houses. That's what's at stake here. Okay.
And his legacy, as you point out as well.
You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.